and welcome to our channel and today's video, which is going to be a pattern hack slash styling video for our Autumn in London pattern. So our Autumn in London pattern is actually, probably the best way to describe it is a button down maxi tea dress. It's one of our most popular patterns, but it's also a really easy pattern to hack into a top. So over on our website, we do already have a blog post which shows you how to do this. So there's step-by-step instructions and accompanying photographs which takes you through all the steps you need to change those body pattern pieces into a blouse. I will put a link below so you can head on over to the website and have a look at that if you want to. So what I wanted to show you today are two versions of the blouse which we have hacked slightly differently to what is over on our blog. So the first one is the one that I am wearing, which hopefully you can see is a cropped version of the blouse. And I absolutely love this length. I love it so much. I've actually made two in quick succession, which I never do, but it's a really, really nice length. So over on our blog, we do tell you to lengthen the bodice pieces by 15 centimeters. And that's a nice length if you want to make sure that you can tuck your blouse into whatever bottoms you're wearing. And also it's enough fabric to make sure that they do not come untucked as well. So that's 15 centimeters or even longer, and you can taper it out if you want to make sure it's long enough to go over your hips. However, this version is extended. I extended the bodice by 11 centimeters, but even then I took a little bit extra off. So when I tried it on, I finished the hem, and when I tried it on, I felt it was just a little bit too long for the look I wanted. So I overlocked off the edge. I just overlocked. So all in all, it was probably about 10 centimeters that this one was extended by. But obviously we would always recommend extending by a little bit more first, and then it's much easier to take it off because you can't put it back on. So I would say 10 centimeters is the length for this cropped look. But also, hopefully you can see it still has a really nice overlap with my jeans. So my natural waist is here and my jeans start from there, and there's still an overlap. So if you are wearing bottoms which are on your waist or slightly below your waist, you are still going to get a nice overlap, and you don't need to worry about showing any skin that you don't want to. So it's a really, really lovely look, and it's got a nice loose feel to it as well. So it's perfect for when the days start to warm up. So the second hack we have done with regards to this particular version is to change out the pleated sleeve for a gathered sleeve. And we've just uploaded a blog post to our website which shows you how to do this. Again, there's step-by-step instructions and accompanying photos. I will also link this blog post below. It's very easy to do, but essentially we've retained the pleat at the bottom of the sleeve, but changed the top pleat for a gather. So over in the original blog post, as well as showing you how to adapt the bodice pieces to turn it into a blouse, we also show you how to lengthen the sleeve pieces if you want to have a 3/4 length or a full length sleeve. And what we do in those cases is we tell you to eliminate the pleat at the bottom of the sleeve, because in a longer length sleeve that would just get lost, but to retain the pleat at the top of the sleeve. Now, depending on what fabric you are using to make up your dress or blouse, the pleat can sometimes be a bit more prominent than others. So if you want a slightly softer look, then a gather stitch is perfect. So let me show you. So that is a lovely gather. So it's much softer. It's a much softer look, but you can see we've retained the pleat at the bottom, but it just gives a really nice flattering look overall to the blouse. So if you wanted to make a cropped version of this blouse, all you need is 1 meter of fabric. doesn't matter what size you're making. At the moment, this pattern comes in sizes 8 to 20. We do have plans to expand the size range, but at the moment it's available in sizes 8 to 20. So if you do want a cropped version like this, then all you need is 1 meter of fabric. So it's actually a great top to make if you have some excess fabric. Normally, if I go fabric shopping and I love a fabric, I don't know what I'm going to make, I will normally buy either 3 or 4 meters, so I know I've got enough for a dress. So most dresses will take 3 to 4 meters. Some take a little bit more, our winter in New York does, but most dresses will take 3 to 4 meters. So if you have a dress that only takes 2.5, or you've made a pair of trousers and you've got 1 meter left, then this is a really great make to use that meter of fabric up. If you like this particular fabric, oh sorry, I should say it should be a wide fabric, 55 inches or more, but that will be sufficient for all the sizes. And if you like this particular fabric, we do have this available on our website. This is an organic viscose crepe. It's a beautifully soft fabric and it's a lovely fabric to sew. So we do have this one available on our website if you're interested. Again, another link will go below so you can take a look at that as well if you so wish. On to the second version that I want to share with you today. So this is my sister's version of the top, and you may have seen this if you visited us at the Stitch Festival this year, because we did have it with us on our stand. So it is another cropped version, so it is the same length as the one I'm wearing, but what we have done with this one is to retain the shaping at the bottom of the bodice, which we tell you not to do if you're making a blouse over on the blog. But the reason we retained it for this one is because we wanted this one to have a much more vintage feel. So if you can hopefully see, with this one we have kept the darts in the back, and then in the front we've changed the pleat detail to a little straight dart, which is, so it's like a little tuck, which is about 5 centimeters long. So when you're making the dress, having the darts in the back bodice, because you have darts in the back skirt as well, and when you sew the two pieces together, the darts sort of match, and it just gives a lovely fitted feel over this part of the body. And then similarly, when you are attaching the front bodice to the front skirt, that little folded detail is just a lovely little design feature when you attach those two pieces together. However, with this one, because we wanted a vintage feel, keeping the shaping at the bottom cinches in the waist a little bit more, and when you pair it with the right bottoms, it looks much more vintage in style. So just by changing that one detail and keeping the shaping at the bottom, which cinches in the waist, can completely transform the look and feel of this blouse. Styling is important as well. So my sister will often pair that with a pair of black wide leg trousers, or a black pencil skirt, or even a black pair of pedal pushers or cigarette pants with flat ballet pumps, which gives that lovely Audrey Hepburn vintage vibe. Whereas the one I'm wearing, I have paired with very wide leg jeans. I don't know if you can see that, but this is much more of a boho 1970s vibe. So I hope this video has been useful and given you a few ideas on how you can hack the Autumn in London bodice pieces into a blouse for your own particular style. If you are interested, I will shortly be doing a video tutorial on another cropped version of this blouse, but with a 3/4 length gathered sleeve. So I'll be doing gathered sleeve at the top and perhaps a gathered sleeve instead of a pleat at the bottom as well, rather than just leaving out the pleat completely and shortening the binding. But we'll see, I might decide on the day. So that will be coming shortly. So please do look out for that. And hopefully we will see you again soon.